J.J. Abrams spent months putting the finishing touches on Star Wars The Force Awakens, and the final picture wasn't locked down until November. During post-production, he had to sort through hours of footage in order to deliver a film that would please the fans. As you might expect, a lot of stuff was left on the cutting room floor. Here are 10 Star Wars The Force Awakens scenes you've never seen. A lightsaber in space. For a while it was rumored that the opening shot of The Force Awakens would be the disembodied hand of Luke Skywalker, clenching his blue lightsaber floating through space towards a planet. That shot was actually in the script and was meant to be the first image following the text crawl before the opening sequence on Jakku. The scene was cut late in the game, most likely because the lightsaber was headed towards Takodana and not Jakku. It's not really related to the main action of the first scene, so its inclusion didn't make a whole lot of sense anyway. Constable Zuvio. New character Constable Zuvio lives on the planet Jakku and tries to keep peace and order in Nima Outpost. He was featured in some marketing materials and even got his own action figure, but he's missing from the final film. That's because his one scene was cut out. He was supposed to come to Rey's aid when Unkar Plutt's thugs attack her to snag BB-8, breaking up the tussle and settling the issue with the scavenger. Instead, it's Finn who encounters Rey during her fight with the thugs, setting the movie's plot in motion. The film probably flowed better that way. While she does believe in the Force, Maz is never shown to actually use it. But in a different cut from the film, she revealed herself as a secret Jedi. When the First Order attacks her castle on Takodana, she uses the Force to make the ceiling collapse on a group of unsuspecting stormtroopers. The bit even got Han Solo involved, as he had to stall the soldiers so Maz could concentrate. This would have been a fun little moment in a film full of them. Unkar Plutt on Takodana. Fans learn that Rey and Finn steal the Millenium Falcon from Unkar Plutt in their escape from Jakku, and the junk dealer is none too pleased about that. He tracks them down and finds them at Maz's castle and confronts Rey in an attempt to get it back. Chewbacca comes to defend Rey, and after Plutt makes a joke about Chewie's arm injury, the Wookiee literally rips Plutt's arm out of its socket, a callback to Han's words of advice to C-3PO in the original film. Star Wars is no stranger to dismembered limbs, but this was probably too graphic even for them. Having Plutt randomly pop up in the second act may have slowed the pacing down. Maz at the Resistance base. It was a scene millions of fans dissected in the second teaser, but it didn't show up in the finished film. Abrams stated that it was cut because there wasn't anything for Maz to do story-wise when she arrived at the Resistance base with the others. The script was retooled so Maz remained on Takodana, and Finn took the lightsaber with him when the group left the planet. As great as Maz was, it's better she wasn't just standing around without a purpose during the third act. Kylo Ren on the Millennium Falcon. Fans learned that villain Kylo Ren is actually Ben Solo, the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia. That means he probably made a few fond childhood memories aboard the Millennium Falcon, a theory supported by this deleted scene. When he senses his father near on Starkiller Base, Kylo finds the Falcon outside in the snow and boards the ship. He sits in the cockpit and says Han Solo. It's a nice quiet moment for the character that would have been an interesting inclusion in the film, but it arguably slows down the rapid-fire pace, which is most likely why it was cut. General Leia's intro. Leia's official first appearance in the film is a touching reunion with Han Solo, but she originally was going to show up much earlier. In a cut sequence, she has a conversation with Corcella, who Leia sends to the Galactic Senate to ask for aid in the Resistance's fight against the First Order. The scene would have cleared up one of the more confusing elements of the movie, the political landscape of the galaxy, and given viewers a clearer idea of what happened during the Starkiller Base's attack on the Hosnian system. Like so many deleted scenes, it was likely removed for pacing issues. Rey's extended Force vision. When on Takodana, Rey is called to Luke's lightsaber and has a Force vision detailing the past and future. Originally, it was a bit longer. The sequence was going to include the moment where Vader chops off Luke's hand in The Empire Strikes Back, and Hasbro even produced action figures of the two characters. Even more intriguing was an explanation of how the lightsaber ended up at Maz's castle, showing it get discovered and passed along over the years. In the final film, the lightsaber question is brushed off as one saved for another day, so hopefully fans will get the full story eventually. Snowspeeder chase. The Force Awakens had plenty of action sequences, but it could have had one more. There was a snowspeeder chase that took place outside the Starkiller Base, involving Finn, Rey, and some First Order stormtroopers. Vehicles from the chase were produced for the Force Awakens toy line, and the sequence even appears in the novelization. While it would have been an exciting set piece, it's difficult to say where it would have fit in during the finished film. It doesn't appear to serve the story during the climactic third act, which would have been the wrong way to go. We'll take the finales we got in the theatrical cut. Vader's sentiment. Supreme Leader Snoke is a mysterious figure, but one thing we do know about him is his understanding of galactic history. He saw the rise and fall of the Empire, and believes it was not poor strategizing that was their downfall. He blames Darth Vader's love for his son Luke for why the Imperials failed. Snoke and Kylo Ren talk about that fateful moment and how it was a momentary lapse for an otherwise great man. A key part of Kylo's training is to detach himself from his family, leading to his emotional confrontation with Han Solo. How far Snoke goes with this remains to be seen. Those are the Force Awakens deleted scenes we think you should know about, but let us know if we missed any in the comments below. We hope to discover more Star Wars secrets very soon. If you're a Star Wars fan, check out our documentary on the hidden truth behind Star Wars. You're sure to get your mind blown. You should also check out our friends The Richest and their new video about mistakes in recent movies.
From dinosaurs and Terminators to wasteland renegades and secret agents, this year produced some features that had record-sized crowds swarming to the theaters.
Thanks again for watching, and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one.